M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from it. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
The Bengal ball carrier.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Burrow looking to pass. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And playoff games in and of themselves, we know they're pressure-filled. That's not breaking any news, but you have to wonder how much added pressure this team feels, given that a perfect season is on the line. They heard it during the regular season. Now they've sat at home for 2 weeks hearing about it. Can they handle that, as well as the team that they're facing, in order to try and advance?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
54, hey, check, watch 54, let's go, right there, 54, right there, 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And here now the offense heading back out there. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, Burrow looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
1st down, Cincinnati.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there for the Bengals. 49 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
Number 83, Tyler Boyd.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ingram, the ball
On the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 70 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. They'll try and run with Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun, and he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
the ball carrier.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the...
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Joe Burrow.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is taken around the 12. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right at
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
on the play. Brings up
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Check. Watch. Hey, middle. Man, I got you.
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now Burrow on first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But now it's third and goal. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, third and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out on
To the field first, ahead of everyone else, just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had 1 tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now the Ravens going to use 1 of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
3 at the Ravens' 19-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
We always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes this a 9-point game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Ravens taking the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he returns this to the 22.
That's on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10.
Here again comes Joe Burrow in the offense. The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Bengals 21.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
It's now
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to let it go. It got his man. Complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. 13. He's
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
The Bengals 3-yard line.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So that drive, 4 plays. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd down, Burrow, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chandler Jones drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
He was brought
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a gain of 2.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Yeah, let's go second.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
38-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
48-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Burrow will throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
That's the end.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Burrow looking to pass. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
23-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there.
From the 24, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, one set. Check you. Mike 54.
And the blitz does come. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as the Ravens push further out in front.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bengals 29. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but... And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Calais Campbell in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now the throw hauled in by Green. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
On third down, Burrow. Jordan Reed has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. A physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Right there. 54, right there.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. He's going to run again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
Ravens 42, Bengals 29.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Burrow and the Bengals down by 13, 90 seconds remaining. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And he's going to go down again.
Jimmy Smith.
From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Ravens ready to take over. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st down and goal to go.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Keeps the score.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. First down pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Intercepted by the Bengals. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.